direction control valve, DCVs, and actuator control. DVS, simple here, control the direction of the hydraulic fluid or pneumatic fluid. Here is blue means hydraulic system, green means pneumatic system. Actuator means cylinder here, or motor. Direction control valve decides where fluid flows. That decision controls where an actuator is extended. A millwright must read the symbol. Here, I give you a symbol. Verify the actuator valve and control the hazardous energy before the testing. DVC, root energy. DVC, root energy. Common functions. Here is simple valve. A valve does not create energy. It routes the energy. Or here, P gets into A, left, the cylinder moves right. It routes the energy. For here, P gets B, right, cylinder. Then left, go back to the tank. The valve connects the supply, actuator ports, and provides a return exhaust path. Remember, hydraulic ports P, we use the blue color. P means pressure pumps. T means tank. Here, see symbols? T, tank. And AB means working ports. The actuator here means cylinder, moves only when a complete flow path exists. Always identify the normal state before commanding motions with positions and symbols. For here, the first number 4, third. First number means 4 ports here, 4 ports. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4. T, A and B means 3 selectable positions. 2, second valve means 2 ports, 2 positions. DCV, 2, second. Normally, here, simple means normally open. Here is 2 working ports, second positions, 2 positions. Here means normally closed. Here means closed. 3, second valve means 3 ports, 1, 2, 3. 2 positions, DCV, 3V valve, 3 second. Normally, this simple means normally open. This means normally closed. Sometimes use red color. Applications: air blew off, pilot singles, clamps, spring return, cylinders, and isolation circuits. 4 second and 5 second valves reverse actuate. Here is simple. Here is the DCV. Here is the actuate. This actuate. Position 1. Assuming P gets into A from cylinder left, then cylinder move right, the cap, and move B. Then when P gets the cylinder right, fluid gets from left to A to tank. This means retractions, or sometimes exhaust, return or exhaust. Yeah. Position 1. Position 1 is simple. Position 2 is never assume direction from coil locations. Trace the simple and horses. The red T means what? The red T shaped mark means a block pot. Block pot, remember. Not hydraulic tank, pot and T. Pot T. It's different. That means this different this. This red T shaped mark means blocked. Here T means tank. For third, central conditions changing the machine's behavior. Closed center from here. This means simple closed. Closed center, that means the cylinder is hold. Actuator here is a cylinder, but the trapped pressure may remain. Open center. Pause interconnector flow can upload and the actuator may not be hold. Tandem center. This P get into connect T, while A and B are blocked. We use a red color. Float center here. P is blocked. We use a red blocked. A and B connect to T. T means tank. Go back to the tank. The actuator may move under external force. The central conditions must match the machine's required safe state for here. This is be master required safe state. Actuation and return mechanism determine the valve state. Valve operators. Menu level or push button here sometimes use a spring, mechanical, roller or can. Solenoid, pneumatic or hydraulic pilot. Spring simple. See here. For spring return valve, the box next to the spring shows the positions assumed when the actuating force is removed. Double solenoid valve, a bistable or detuned double solenoid valve may retain its last command positions after the single disappears. For a spring return valve, normal means deactuated, not necessarily depressurized. A detuned or biable valve may have no single normal positions. Cylinder is actuated. Require two verified paths. Assumptions. Part A connects to the cap end left here, and port B connect to the rod end, go back to the fluid tank. Extend with this situation positions P get A left pressure more than right, then cylinder move right. Restrict when P get B into the fluid right cylinder, then left fluid from A go back to tank. Here is a retract. Very important. If the cylinder stops before troubleshooting, isolate the all energy, retain the load, dissipate stored pressure, and verify the required safe state according to the authorized procedure. Using schematic approved text point and the actualized dynamics procedure. Check the supply valve. Situation. Load and mechanical bindings. Very important to sum up. A command single does not prove that the spool shifted. Remember. Meet in and meet out speed control. Here, meet in P to A. Meet in to the cap end. Then, meet in means this can adjustable. Fluid can be adjustable. Here go to the B to T. Meet in. Meet out means meet in. Fluid is stable. And meet out, fluid can be adjustable. Remember, never close the flow control without understanding the pressure and load effects. One simple term can point the several valve force. Simple term, actuator will not move. No supply flow or insufficient pressure at the relevant point. No electrical or pilot signals. Spool not shifting because of the contaminations or a mechanical fault. Manual override jump. Return or exhaust path restrict flow. Control fully closed or incorrectly adjustable. Excessive load or mechanical bindings. Simples, external acting through the leakage or open flow path. Leakage include internal valve leakage, cylinder seal leakage, external load, incorrect center conditions. That means it's troubleshooting. You should looking for the root cause. Follow the authorized energy control and dynamic procedures. Verify the complete supply and return exhaust path before replace the path. Here I give you review questions. Question E2. Question 1. What does the designations for third mean? Best answer B. You can read it by yourself. Question 2. On spring return directional valve, DCVs, which symbols tell you which flow box represents the positions assumed when the actuating force is moved, A, B, C, D. You can hear. I give you choose best answer. I explanations. The flow box adjusting to the spring symbols represents the deactuated positions. Question 3. After the authorized hazardous energy control steps have been completed, which circuit the categories should be elevated first using the schematic and approved dynamic methods? A. Pin colors. B. Supply, valve shifter, and the return or exhaust path. C. Cylinder replacement. D. Pressure above the rated value. Choose the best answer, B. Question 4. 433A style. A solenoid indicator is on, but the actuator does not move. What should the verified next enter the authorized dynamics procedures? A. assume the cylinder filled. B. Bypass the guard. C. Verify that the spool responded and that complete supplies and return or exhaust path existed. D. Increase pressure immediately. Best answer in my opinion, C. Question 5. A vertical hydraulic actuator supports the raised load while the valve is counted. Which design and safety ensure is the most important? A. Horse color. B. Whether the central conditions, approved load holding device and mechanical support prevent the unintended movement. C. Motor paint conditions. D. Exhaust sensor size. Best answer B. A centered directional valve is not substituted for an approved load holding device or mechanical support. Final takeaway. Read the symbols. Track smooth flow path. Verify the actuator valve state. Control hazards and store energy before inspections or authorized testing. That's all for today. See you next time.